So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go ahead and replace this with a different color. It's the normal one. This fucking computer is not holding anymore. Alright, 1770, right? Yeah, right here. This line right here. Come on, bro. Fuck. Right. Alright, going back here. Now let's zoom in. Boom, perfect, right? So we still range it in this area. And I'm gonna just buffering. Buffering. Oh man. It's too many things, bro. Zoom, fucking Streamlabs, 2 minute traders. MetaTrader doesn't really matter much. This is a fucking Zoom. Me? A goal? Yeah, bro. Just no trading zone right here. Huh? Dude, what the fuck? On gold? Yeah. Yeah, this shit every day gets. I it's really hard to stream like this. Really fucking hard. I don't know. I think it's everything on. Zoom, Streamlabs. 10 minutes before I clear my whole memory. It's just the fucking. This Mac is already old, bro. It's fucking from 2017. It's 3 years old, even though if it's suited up or whatnot, it's still old. Nowadays, fucking Zoom requires you to run at least fucking 10 gigs just so your computer be stable. If not, you're gonna have the same fucking problems. Get this fucking shit, bro. Yeah, it's just stupid ass fucking Zoom. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's keep on pushing until this shit fucking overheats or something. And I'm getting a fucking new computer tomorrow for sure. Or I'm building one, I don't know. Is that I'm running Windows. Look, listen, this you can't run MetaTrader on a Mac by itself. You can't run it. So you gotta have Windows, right? Now to have Windows, you gotta have a partition, and that partition needs to run Windows. And to run, you need to run another program, which is Parallels. Now, to run Parallels of that partition, it requires CPU. Now, that CPU is being used at the same time you're running Windows, you're running your Mac OS. From Mac OS down to, let's break it down to one MetaTrader, not two, just one. It's a little because you're still, you're running it from the partition. Then you bring up fucking Streamlabs into it, Now Streamlabs is running from the iOS, which is good, but still using some memory and some CPU. Then you bring fucking Zoom, which out the blue, Zoom requires you to have this much amount of fucking memory, and it's running like half of your fucking CPU for some fucking reason. Because it's so overcrowded, you know? So many people using it. So it requires you a lot of fucking memory for some reason. And now I'm having fucking Microsoft updates and I'm running a fucking Mac, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm having a breakdown right now. And I'm on a meltdown for sure.
That's good. Everything else bothering.
Yeah, that's all I heard.
What?
That's why I love when Mac runs the streams and Mac does everything. Because if it was up to me, I would never do this shit. But that's too much work. I give a lot of respect for Mac for this shit.
Man, bro, you don't know the patience that I have with this shit, bro. It's incredible. And I check
If
it.
I can just open Zoom and run a Zoom, that's it. I ain't doing more than that.
Say you have no idea what goes behind this shit. Think it's easy.
Remember, bro, I still haven't even set up my magic keys yet. I can't even figure that shit out. That's how stupid I am, you know?
Imagine.
This shit's still here in the package, bro. Look, this shit.
Wow. Look at this. I have a fucking Windows update for some reason. One out. By the time this shit's done, or at least we'll get one 15-minute candle close. Alright, so basically, if anyone saw my post on YouTube on IG, perfect. If you didn't, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and re-explain the whole thought process behind GJ. If you took the sales, perfect. If you didn't, that's fine. Don't fear any FOMO, because we can catch the next move, right? So let's go ahead and check out GJ. By the way, welcome again to another stream hosted by yours truly. I'm gonna go ahead and check this out quick based on the high time frames down to the lower time frames. So let me go ahead and get a clean chart, right? Let's go ahead and see GBP JPY on the 4-hour. And let's just point out the most recent support and resistance. Resistance at this level, which is fine, 153, total high. And the current support, which is at 149,600. All right, so let's just go ahead and just, put it down as it is. Okay, perfect. Now, most recent resistance, which will be the most recent high that's been retested a couple of times. So we have this engulfment right here, engulfing, but we can always use quarter points to suggest where we can head out to next, right? If as long as we hold support and we still respect this zone, and we take in consideration all this traffic to the upside. Let's say this right here, right? It looks pretty clean to me. That's 150.590. If you round it out to the nearest quarter point, will be 0.800 to top it off. But let's go ahead and just leave it as 0.500, because I remember, and if you guys remember, 0.500 was a very strong area, really hard to break, and yeah, we didn't break above that area. We didn't close above it. So let's go ahead and just mark that as it is, or close by, and just drop a rejection zone right around it. Boom, perfect, right? And before that we have 0.400, so it's like a 10 pip gap around here. Perfectly fine. So we have that major resistance, minor strong support, still on the it's not as high as 153, but anyway, let's just keep that in consideration. It's a strong resistance, and we have this support that's holding balls right now, to be honest. So yeah, from here to the upside is about 60 pips, a little more, 30, 50, 80 pips, right? Okay, perfect. So we got that down. Now let's go ahead and go on to the smaller time frames and basically just try to point out where the non-trading zone is first. So we're looking down to the 30-minute, even the 15, it looks very messy, and like you could just point out that this whole shit is a non-trading zone. But we're gonna try to go ahead and see where we can get a clean break out of and take a trade to. Mute the fuck out of your mic, bro. Fucking Christ. Motherfucker. Alright, so sorry about that. So just looking at this, I can clearly say, if we get a clean break above 150 flat, and a close, not like this, we want to close, not a tweezer top or whatever the fuck we want to call it. Closing above that area, so let's just drop a little rejection zone here as well. From here to the 150, 500 will be what, 50 pips, so that's a good range. Clean, not as clean, but it is what it is, and all you need is just a clean breakup of that 150 zone. So for buys, wait for it, break and close above 150.00, right? Confirmation, confirm through session, opening or close, the volume. Impulsive or impulse entry. Entry will be based on volume as well. Alright, let's just go ahead and state that there. And looking at the 30-minute, clearly I can see that this was the previous support zone right here. Broke, and we're currently retesting it. So most recent support on the 30-minute will be down here, right? We go ahead and take this shit out. Actually, what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna make it thinner. I'll move this up here and move this up here. That looks a lot cleaner. Alright, perfect. Most recent resistance will be up here. So dissecting this shit down to a T. And even looking down to the 1 minute, we can clearly see that we're making lower lows and lower highs to continue down, right? Perfect. Obviously, we will need a nice clean break below this area. And of course, underneath this zone here, which is that previous support, right? To continue down. So this is what we want to see. We want to see that clean break like this, right? And a small retest and then a continuation down. But then we have this area that we could get stuck in. Huge rejection to the upside. So let's go ahead and check the 4 hours, see what's going on. Now, this is what I was, expecting to see on the 4 hour or even the daily, right? Basic market structure, you can clearly see higher highs, higher lows being created. This support that's holding, which is a higher low, just to see better. I'm gonna go ahead and do basically a small drawing, right? So we have this arch to the upside, then a small drop, another up, and another drop, right? But respecting price, right? delete this one here. So far we are basically at this support zone. This is a previous support as well, and volume coming from down here, right? From small supports. Perfect. So we have your high and your low. Your high at this point became a higher high, and this became what? A higher low. So basic market structure is going to dictate that the next movement is going to be what? A higher high, right? You know, by the gods of Forex and DJ. As long as this support holds. So this is what I'm expecting, a small wick to the downside, maybe on the daily, which will be a liquidity grab for price to continue moving bullish, right? And have that continuation up, breaking that previous higher high resistance, which is 153, and creating a new high. Make sense? No? Yes? Maybe? Fuck? Say something? Or fucking mute yourself?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, cool.
Hey, bro, I don't know how GJ acts, but you got China news in 5 minutes and then 35
Yes,
minutes.
I'm aware of that. We're gonna go ahead and see what's going on.
Okay,
5 minutes will be 9:30. This creation of this brand new mystical candle will be awesome. So let's go ahead and check it out. See what's going on. I'm not gonna check out gold because gold is currently ranging on a very nasty range, and we had a lot of movement today on gold. So there is actually no need for anyone to be checking gold unless you're holding fucking buys from God knows where. But I'm not checking that shit out. No, it's pointless, right? For me. No, we're still ranging between 1760, 70 down to 1760, 100 pips. I want to see GJ play out the way I'm basically setting it up, right? So I'm just waiting for this support to hold, get some liquidity to the downside, and shoot the fuck up, right? The bigger the consolidation, the bigger the breakout. Okay? Cool? Makes sense? Alright, perfect. So back to the 30-minute chart, and what are we gonna wait for? We're gonna wait for this 30 minutes to see how it creates. If it leaves that wick to the top, could mean two things depending on how it closes. It could either be a liquidity grab for price to then continue down, break this low, create that liquidity, and basically see that higher low on the higher time frames, making that wick to the downside on the higher time frames to then continue up. If not, then we're just gonna range around here, and this can become a potential wick fill on the lower time frames to continue up, right? But we will need some support to either get retested down here or get formed around here. So yeah, this will be critical. I want to see how it forms. 9:30 is the Shanghai Stock Exchange open, so I want to also see how that formulates and brings volume into GJ. Okay, cool. So parameters, no trade zone, which is right around these two red lines. No trade zone. Fucking Rick Hill said that song. I got stuck in my head. Say no trade zone. And buys sales 80. Wait for the break and close. Yeah, let me capitalize this shit too. Break and close. Go. Some of you guys fucking slow shit. 600. Oof. Okay, so now it's just basically a matter of waiting. Yo, Mac, buy me a PS5. No, go fuck yourself. You buy me a PS5, motherfucker. Juve says GJ going down. Juve sent a chart. But yeah, I definitely want to see GJ going down, so I'm gonna actually set up an alert down here. Like I said before, in the higher time frames, that's what I want to see, a liquidity grab to the downside for price to then shoot up, right? Cool. So also, this is a little far, so I'm gonna move it up here in case, we start heading up there just to retest that previous high, right? Cool. So 1 minute. Nice. Okay. Okay, so really not much going on. Yeah, just another rangy day. I was actually expecting a little better than this, but fuck it. It is what it is. Really not much going on. The only basic trade that you could have taken here is actually here at this break of this wick. Well, basically all these wicks down here, and that was 14 pips, 12 pips. Yeah, it's sad. I think it's that time of the year where GJ either gives you a nasty fake out and just ranges, or it has a nasty breakout and then a fake out. Like a breakout and then goes back into the consolidation, kind of like this, but bigger. But yeah, guys, it's actually best just to actually plan out for London. And what I see is just support holding around this zone. 149, 600, 700, 800, and a continuation up, right? Yeah. So gold, let's see what can we do on gold. Oh, I can do is just make these zones a little smaller. Because now that I think about it, looking at this from this end, it's 24 pips on a rejection zone. So let me just make this a little smaller. Well, this is coming from like way before too. Sheesh, they 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 hit it right on the dot. What the fuck? This is coming from back of June. Maybe I was looking for a target. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, most likely. But if we still range around this zone, um, and we have small breakouts to the downside, it's probably just to grab liquidity and continue moving up. What I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna get a clean chart, starting from zero. This is old actually, so let me go ahead and delete this. It's actually played out pretty nice. So this is kind of these setups, right? Setups like these, right? Like if you're playing counter trending to the downside, it's kind of like the same thing I want to see here, right? No, nice move to the downside, grab liquidity, range a little, and then head back up. But so far, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take this out. This is probably gonna be here now. Wow, that was a pretty good trade. Down to the most recent support will be down here at 1762. And 30-minute resistance. This is up here, 1764. Next zone up here. Alright, so that's a lot better. And let's go ahead and say that sells at the break of 1761. I'm gonna move this on to. Actually, I'm gonna make this non-existent. So we have this whole room here, kind of like the same setup that happened here. And this will be a little tight. From here to the upside, what do we see here? 33 pips. Actually, it's reasonable. So a breakup of this area, even on the 5-minute or the 15, and we, retest that that high created at 1768 makes sense to get in. It's 30 pips, and you will have a nice stop. You know, as long as it stays within this no trading zone, right? Basically, so that's around 30-40 pips, which is good, and your stop is 26 to 20 pips. Yeah, a little tight, but good, you know. Why is that? 1764. Actually, 1765 flat. And let's go back to GJ, see what's GJ doing. Alright, now we broke the low of the previous one. So far, what it looks like to me on the lower time frames is that we're creating lower lows and lower highs. So this is basically what I want to see. If this 15-minute candle closes with no bottom wick, it'll be nice to take a sell right down here. You know, the close, if we stay underneath that area, as it looks like we're making lower lows and lower highs, just to refresh and see better. And basically you have, you know, this move to the downside, move to the upside. What do we see? A breakdown below here, maybe continuation up and then continuation down, right? Yeah. So take that in consideration. See how this 15-minute closes. If it closes underneath that previous 30-minute low, it would be nice. If it doesn't, then it will be printing right next to each other, meaning that it will be ranging. In case you miss it, you know, you always set up an alert, but you definitely want to see this 30-minute closing underneath that previous one for me to take an entry. Bro, if you come around here with this fucking hyena shit, I'll kick you the fuck out of the stream, bro. Fucking stupid hyena shit. Like a bunch of fucking kids. Hyenas. Why is there a beep? There's no fucking beep. Oh, fuck. Hyenas. Fucking think smart. Think big. If you want to be big, be a fucking tiger. Or a lion, not a fucking hyena. Fucking weak. Weak as fuck. Motherfucker is weak. Motherfucker's weak.
Hey, I know you got another 20K in that chair right there.
I gotta pick it back up from the floor.
I walked away for 2 seconds and money's flying. What the hell did I miss?
Yeah, you missed the signal.
You missed the TP, man. Man's ready to go to bed, bro. I'm fucking tired. Yeah, so gold is still respecting that. Now we need that clean break. 1761 to jump into sales for as an impulse trade, of course. And GJ is just ranging now. Let me go back to the other chart. Alright, seeing how this is closing, it's kind of tempting me, but we still have this area here to short it and just hold it with a smaller lot size would be perfect. Be something like this, right? So I was waiting for this 15 to close in 1 minute. Seeing how it closes with no bottom wick, that's gonna give me a big no-no, right? What have you learned about no bottom wicks? No bottom wicks means that you got a 50-50 chance that it's either gonna continue up, retest that previous high and range, or head the fuck down. But in this case, it looks like we're just gonna range. I don't want to be a pessimistic, but I fucking hyena put away my dollar bills. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's hard. Hard. If I go down to the 5 minutes, then I'll be blowing high decibels. Listen to me, you indie motherfucker. This is my stream. We do as many accents as we want. Yeah. Now at this point, what I want to see on the 30-minute will be a break underneath this right here. This right here. This support right here. Fuck, getting inside consolidation on a range and then be stressed the fuck out for no reason. Just wait, What I'm gonna do is I just set up two alerts, one here and one here. If we start to break up above this area again to retest, and we've already grabbed that whatever liquidity to continue up on the higher time frames and create go up for the next higher high, then yes, perfect. If not, it is what it is. Scalp it, wanna go ahead and scalp. What you're gonna do is wait for this break down below here and get that breakout and scalp, or maybe down to, there's really not a target here. If we break below this area to grab liquidity, maybe your next quarter point, which is 250 or 200, it's about 40 pips, so it makes sense. So you just want to see a close underneath, but if you see volume pushing down and you want to get in because you got balls, you get in. You get in on an impulse entry, right? Yeah, down to 149. It's 149. 300, 400, 300. Hey Mack, did you tell him about the channel right now starting next week? Names. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm actually gonna delete this message. I'm playing with you. GJ being rangy this whole week. No shit. Yeah. Good eye. What is it with Streamer and GJ taking 24 pips of UJ and 17 of AU in the past 30 minutes? Perfect. Call it out then. Say it. I don't trade AU, but my boy does. So, you could always say AU sells, AU buys, bring up a chart, and pull it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it's still good,
Yeah, no, his AU sales what he's talking about makes, well, he doesn't explain why, but it will make sense if you see it. Because I see it happen. I saw it happening earlier, but I was still in my buys.
But your
so
mic is low. It's very low right now, Nick. Well, say something now.
What you say?
Yeah. Good.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. No, the sales made sense. I mean, like you've seen the 15-minute actually closed under the EMAs, but it was still hovering above the 77.41 area, which is actually the same that we were looking at the other day as well. But it was staying on top of that, so I was being cautious. And either way, I still had the buy runner from earlier in New York session running, so like no point of entering sales when I got a buy still running. So,
Okay.
but the sales make sense.
This is what I have on AU. I did a little analysis yesterday. Give me 1 second.
AU's an easy pair, bro. It's just everybody wants to get like these fast moving pairs. And the thing is with AU is it moves slow, but once you learn it and you're in a trade, if you're patient, you can grab 50, 80, 100 pips if you're willing to, if you're willing to actually hold on to it the whole time.
Basically, the next area above this zone right here was 0.77630, which it hit. And now we're breaking below the zone, so I'm expecting a retest down below here. 77200. Which is the next support. But if we hold this zone, then we can just say that this is the next support, and we're gonna continue up. Knowing that the dollar is gonna be weak and gold and Aussie will be stronger, right? To finally retest 0.7800.
Yeah, and also, man, just to like add on, like the other reason why with AU it would make sense for it to drop is depending on what broker you use. Some of them it's 5 p.m. Eastern, some of it's 8 p.m. Eastern, but they create a new daily. However, what I recognize and already noticed today when I seen market close 5 o'clock New York, slow down 6 o'clock, and then we started having a little bit of push, going into 7-8. I figured even if AU was to go bullish and continue, let's say Friday bullish continuation, I would still expect the candle to go down first to create a bottom wick. So what I did is I was looking at where the market closed yesterday at New York session at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I figured, okay, well, I see where the price was. The top of that was at 77.28. So I figured if price was going to come down, most likely that would be a good spot. It would retest before continuing back going bullish, if it were to go bullish. You follow me?
Yeah, 77.28 right here. Cool.
And literally right now, over the last, looking at the 15-minute candle, right now, yeah, we're having one that's pushing up, but it's only been 7 minutes into the candle. You know what I mean? But then before that, the last 4, 5, 6 candles are all straight bearish. So that's hour and a half just been straight bear move below. You feel?
Mm-hmm. So 15 is currently breaking the high of the previous one. Now if we continue up, 930 with that consolidation that happened at 930 here, which
you're a little low, bro.
Right. Which it means that if we continue up here, then it's off to the races. We might see the same thing happening here, right? It's nice push up. Boom. And that happens after 10 p.m. I've noticed that a lot.
Yeah, like around 10, 15, 10:30, you start getting like a little volume, like a little boost out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yep. This is pre-London. This right here is Asian, right? 10 p.m. is right here. At 10 p.m. after this engulfment, gave 35 pips in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 15-minute candles. 2 hours. 36 pips. That's good. You might see the same thing here.
You're looking at AU still?
Yeah, man, right here.
Yeah.
This happened on the 14th yesterday, right? So
Yeah,
engulfment happening, which is kind of similar to what's happening here, and 10 p.m. hits, boom, moved 36 pips in 6 15-minute candles. So that's 30 minutes, an hour and a half. Yeah. So up to 11:30, this shit moved. Actually, no more. 12:45, 12:30, if you want to call it.
Yeah, just my thing right now is that, as you see, like, I know you don't use EMAs, and I don't really suggest people to use them if they don't already. But if you were to pull up like the EMAs real quick, you'll see like right now it just came up to retest the 14. You know what I'm saying? So right here's where I watch it and kind of see, like, is it going to act as resistance? You know, is it going to break through it as if it's nothing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could use the annotation tool right here on the top of the zoom, and you draw, boom, this right here. But the 14 is the red, right? So damn, I'm lost.
Yeah, but you're on the 15-minute time frame though right now. I was talking about the 5-minute time frame. Because you know, stay on the 5 and the 1 minute and stuff like that, and breaking down to figure out the 15 and 30 and where they're gonna go.
So at 14, you said the 14 on the 5-minute retested this.
Yeah, if you zoom in a little bit better.
Nice. So now that we're breaking above that area, I think it would be nice to see, at least continuing up above this zone here. Really dissect it, right?
Yes.
If not, then you can easily call it off if we reject 77,380.
Yeah, bro, it's just different styles, man. You know what I mean? Like, like, you know me, like on the AU right now, I'm watching it. I'm watching how it's performing on the 1 minute. The way that I have my EMA set, they already crossed up above earlier, and then I kind of like made me pay attention. But remember, smaller time frame, you're gonna have more fake outs. You're gonna have more of those fake, like it's gonna act like it's gonna go up, but it's gonna drop. So right now I'm just monitoring the 1 minute, and I'm starting to see like smaller time frames, starting to see little market waves where it's showing like a little higher high. So now what I'll do is I'll wait. So then on the 5 minute, the 15 minute, as well, we're coming 4 minutes into the new hour. So we're gonna have a bunch of new candles coming out as well. So it's just keep in mind the bigger.
It makes sense, a lot of sense. Because the way I see it, as long as we respect this area here, we're on the 15, and then we start seeing breaks above this zone here, then yes, I can see this whole conflict zone or order block, whatever you want to call it.
It's just a big consolidation range, yeah.
I'm gonna write it off, and this will basically be black.
Exactly, but that's the thing you got to take into mind is what time frame, everything like that. You know what I mean?
Considering we get the same conditions.
And it understands we're going into Friday as well, so depending on how you're going to view the U.S. dollar news tomorrow, it's basically like you got to look into the week as, okay, look at what AU did. The last few weeks, it just consolidated on the daily. If you look at the daily, it's just been consolidating. Then finally, 2 days ago and yesterday, you finally get a boost. You get a bullish boost. You finally get a push. Now, if you look at the weekly chart on it, you'll see it was a nice dip. And then this week gave it its boost to push up. So you have to think about it. It just had a big push in the last couple of days. Maybe Friday it's just going to have a little retrace. It's going to correct itself a little bit.
Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, because 15 minutes under, 30 minutes under the EMAs as well.
The fuck am I doing? Yeah, this is basically how AU moves.
And on top of that, yeah, bro, there's different time frames. I'm telling you, different times of each session, it acts differently. As well, like you got China moves in like 2 minutes, 1 minute. Remember, China Aussie depends on China a lot. So
a lot of gold, yeah.
If China has good news, that's usually good for Aussie. If China has something bad, well, that's not good for the Aussie either.
That's pretty interesting. You explained that to me about metals coming from Australia and being used in China, how they affect the economy of China, which is huge. Um, because of fucking kangaroos, right? Okay. Thomson reuters. Alright, what's going on with reuters? IPSOs, monthly global primary consumer sentiment index. The Thomson reuters IPSOs monthly. Oh, I guess it's like the number for different indices. So 11 different questions. This is very complicated. Yeah, very complicated. But anyway, whatever the news are, might have an impact on the dollar, and it can be reflected against um, AAU USD. Going back to GJ, still shit. Gold is still ranging. Oh man, I came home really excited. I was thinking we were gonna have a nice little break to the downside here on GJ with that tease, but moved 12 pips, 13 pips with the spread and whatever time, it would have been really hard to catch 10 pips, to be honest. We basically had to wait for this to close, and then still you had this whole rejection area here. Entry would have been down here, and without the spread, maybe 10 pips right on the dot. Hard trade though, but I probably would have caught it. Not gonna lie, would have caught that shit. Cut that shit down. Yeah, man, it's been a very stressful week on GJ, to be honest. Gold has been moving pretty decent since CPI. Yeah, it's been moving. This is an old chart, right? How to buy stuff. Right at 1730. It's moved 400 pips since then. Oh yeah, fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it. Yeah, whoever's watching this, guys, give the stream a like. For no fucking reason, just give it a like, please. That was my reminder for the day. I'll be right back. Get some water. Shit, what the fuck was that? Shit, what the fuck was that? Was you? Who's popping shit around here? Oh.
Good, G.
Oh, I was you setting in you, right? Ah, little rascal. Oh, we never talked about sales.
Yeah, but then
I ran.
I said, you see the resistance, bro.
I ran.
You see when the 5 minute went up, the 5 minute tested the EMAs, but what did it do? The next 5 minute came down, closed below. The next 5 minutes to start the 10 o'clock candle from the 10 to the 10:05, it basically made like a little bull candle, but it stayed resistant. So you could tell the push was coming through. And then when you look at the 1 minute, same thing with my EMAs. You see the boost.
Beautiful. So this actually reversed.
But it's just quick. It's just quick, though. You know, you get in, you get out. You're done. You're done. You're done.
That was it.
You keep a runner. That's it. You keep a little runner and you let that shit go. Bro.
7 pips right there, chilling.
You know? Because now you just say you're good. You don't care. That's why I have a lot of trades that start doing stuff like that. Start having trade go against you.
Now, my bad. Let me cut you off real quick. Now that we're breaking below, because I also got an alert on gold breaking underneath this area. This is a very Raquel says delicate situation, which it is. If you want to take sales, perfect. But remember that we're still on a bullish trend. We might get the same thing here, right? So this nice little push down. This actually happened at 9 p.m. yesterday, the 14th. So same scenario can play out again, right? Resistance and a nice little break to the downside. Or if you try to get in, just use a decent size lot size. But anyway, for me, I'm not trading gold right now. I don't like trading gold around this time. Somebody said, "There goes my baby." Oh, AU? Okay, cool. That's Burner's baby. We're gonna have a burning fight.
Nah, bro. I like everybody make good in this shit, bro.
What you say about GJ?
That's the whole point. Let everybody make it. Everybody has to know their own style, though. I mean, at the end of the day, it's them clicking the button to enter and them clicking to up.
Anyway, shit.
Remember when China data came out not too good, you know? Like the GDP was like all right, but it wasn't what they expected, but it was still good, you know? It's just not what they expected. But everything else was kind of that shit gave a little boost. I don't know. Maybe long term it's gonna push down a little bit, give it a reason to retrace overnight or into London session. Let it go bearish for a little bit before maybe the bullish comes back in.
if you it's at least 10 pips. That's easily 17 pips that you could catch, But then again, you're mirroring this candle here. You're past 10 p.m. So really, it's kind of like throwing a knife, right? And trying to catch it. Because you have to throw it and then try to catch it. Um, so, no me gusta. This guy's mic is terrible. Yeah, he's guys speaking to um the the fucking internal mic. But if you can hear, I don't know. There's no other mic. But yeah, guys, if you get into a sell right now, try to just be smart about it. Secure at 1760, at a decent um, price, right? Because you use this whole candle doesn't mean that it's gonna get mirrored and it's gonna drop in one instance. Yeah. Hey, let me just continue getting my coffee. I'll be right back.
Let's give him one more little boost up here.
You asked me what I was looking for, burner. That right there in the gold. Just took me a little longer.
Retest. I see what people did.
I just jumped the gun and never waited for it to close.
Yeah, you jumped in early, aggressive.
But I set my stop loss above the previous candlestick, so I've been chilling, riding it nervously.
Never nervous. Never nervous. If you got your stop loss, you're good. If you're nervous, I mean you gotta lower the lot size. Because once it becomes a game, bro, it's different. You don't stress this shit. Yeah, actually, you got me looking at gold right now. It's actually a beautiful setup right here to sell it. Still got room, I think. Let's get retrace now. Let's go. Start coming with 15. Let's see if it gives one more push. Damn, the 80 retrace 30 pips. Yes.
Oh, whoa, whoa, really nothing. Jesus, nothing. Incredible. Something on you quick. Very fucking messy on the floor. A lot of pressure. Your eyes burning, Nick? Because my eyes are on fuego right now. Mm-hmm. Gary! Gary fucker. Hey. It's 1762. Okay, Rick. I mean, 3 gold buys. Okay. Abraham makes sense. Anyone gold sales trying to short it quick. If you're in gold sales, just be careful, please. Won't be surprised in a few years they declare bankruptcy. You guys don't have to be here. Yeah, we don't have to be here. You know. I'm thinking of something. You know. I already left the idea that on GJ, we might get a liquidity grab to the downside, just to continue up, right? Clear as day, you can see on the 4 hour. We can see GJ and this bullish trend, so creating higher highs and higher lows as depicted before. Let me go ahead and do a drawing again, right? I think we had this move up, right? Creating a high, move down, and another move up. breaking that previous high and retesting to the downside again. And this is where we're at right now. This is a high and this is a low. The moment this resistance broke, this became what? A higher high. And this became a higher low. So automatically this is what? A higher high and a higher high. I mean a higher low and a higher high.
So Mac, question. This consolidation we're seeing here from the 10th through current, is that a rollover, or do you think that's consolidation to push higher?
Simple consolidation. That support that's holding right now, of course, want to see some liquidity to the downside.
Yeah, it looks
without breaking this previous higher low right here, and a continuation of break this higher high and create a new high. Okay, that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? This here maybe a wick to the downside on the higher time frames, daily, weekly, whatever, right? Or maybe not. Maybe we hold, you know, and this might just continue up, right? But this is already happening, so we can't say that it's not gonna happen, right? This consolidation here. So now, deciding factor is whether we're gonna start breaking down again to create lower lows and lower highs, which I highly doubt, as we've seen GJ break out of the zone before, or you know, coming from higher price to this previous zone before. So my bias, my analysis is that we're gonna either break down a little just to grab liquidity and then shoot up, right? So that's the move that I want to catch. I want to see this breaking down, and I want to try to get an entry right around here, right? So from there, you know, you start taking small pieces of the pie, like Ted says. When I play it safe, you wait for the price to go back in here, and then you have this whole range to take a trade in, right? So you get cut one piece off here, cut one other piece off here, and so on and so on and so on. So you have basically all this area here, right? To take pieces. Right? You have support here, resistance here. Once we break above this area, you know, you have one target here, another target here. This is coming from this move up, right? So you start targeting this end here, this side here, and so on, right? Because this right here is clean, this right here is super clean, and this right here is clean. They have 1, 2, 3, and so on, right? Parts, pieces. Make sense? And then after that, it's free smoke. Nobody knows what you talking about. Oh, not me. Yeah. High decibels. High decibels is a little Indian dude. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about AU, man. Read it. He's talking about AU. But I think, yeah, wait for break of structure, retest, and then enter. Makes sense. Yes. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys. I'm done here. There's really nothing much for me to do. I can magically move gold or anything. You know, so far it's moved about those 17 pips that I mentioned. Once it gets to 1760, start securing your positions. You stinky packy, you dirty Indian. Don't fucking call me that. You dirty Indian. Anyway, guys, go ahead and subscribe, like it, turn on your bell notifications. There's really not much going on today. Even by starting the stream a little later, there was not much. Chad Johnson. That's a weird ass name, but I love you too, dude. Serves up. Bye. Be safe, everyone. In the Zoom. Turner. Bye. Downside more risky, also better. Yeah. Anyway, guys, be safe. Zoom. I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe on the stream. If not, next week. Love. Thank you. Bye, Tammy.
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome. Kiaman. Keep up the good work. Off to the side job in London Street. Go fuck off. Fucking hyena. Stay focused and relaxed. You can't be relaxed and focused at the same time. That's impossible. Bye bye. You're welcome. High decibels. Welcome, welcome.